There was a tear coming down her left cheek. This was a nun that I was working with coaching in Mexico. It was just outside of Mexico City, in a small town where I was offering a course in letting go through the Sedona method and other techniques of inner freedom. And this nun was on the course with two of her sisters. So there were three nuns on this course at the front of the class of about 30 to 40 people. I would just finish talking about the idea of when we are desperately attached to an outcome, this profound wanting, and how that creates suffering. In the Buddhist tradition, of course, they talk about desire being the source of suffering. And I just talked about letting go of that wanting to see what's here without it. And this one sweet, they were all very earnest-hearted. This nun raised her hand, and she said in Spanish, because these were Mexican nuns of the convent nearby a friend of mine, she said, "Señor David, tengo una pregunta." Mr. David, I have a question. I said, "Sure, sister." And she said, in Spanish, if I am to be letting go of wanting, am I supposed to be letting go of wanting to be closer to God? And the whole room kind of gasped a little bit, like, whoa, what's David going to say now? And it was beautiful to me because it was so heart-driven. I said, "Sister, is your relationship with God strong enough for you to do an experiment with me?" She said, "Yes, of course." I said, "Great. So if you would, try this experiment of holding on to a suitcase called 'I want to be closer to God.' And you hold on tight. Okay, now, if you were to open your hand and put the suitcase down, this wanting, to let it go just for a moment, just a moment, just check what you're experiencing in this moment." And she kept eyes locked on me and mine on hers. And in a few minutes, a tear started to come down her cheek. And I said, "Sister, do you mind sharing with me what is going on, what you're experiencing?" She said, "Señor, I can't get closer to God. God's holding me in the center of his heart." And the whole room was really moved and touched by that. And it reminds me of this power it has for us to acknowledge, to own and claim that we are already an expression of an infinite universe in human form, lacking nothing, nothing to be close to the source, because the source is our very being, our very center, the essence from which confidence and power and wisdom comes.